Hi guys, today we're going to be working on this super adorable heart cherry keychain. To do this keychain, you do need to know these stitches right here. So a single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet increase, single crochet decrease, and a chain. It can get a little complicated when sewing this little middle section, but overall I would say definitely like a beginner could probably make this if you're a little worried. Like if this looks a little complicated to you, it is made up of single crochets for the most part. I would say the hardest part would probably be on your tension with these stitches, but I definitely encourage everybody to try this. And it's just such a cute accessory, and yeah, it's basic stitches. Just the style of it, I guess, is a little difficult, but definitely doable. So let's get into all the tools that we need. Okay, these are the materials you're gonna need. You're gonna need a lightweight size 3 yarn. I'm using these two, so you're gonna need the green for the leaf, and then whatever color you want your cherry heart to be. I'm doing red. You can also do pink, honestly, whatever color you want to do. And then you also have the option of using this little thin white yarn for a detailing at the end that I'm going to show you guys. But this is optional. Don't really need this. So for sure you need these two colors. This white is optional. And then you're going to need a sewing / darning needle, I believe it's called. You're going to need a crochet hook. I'm using size 2.25 millimeters because I want it to be really small, and this works perfectly with these thinner yarns as well. You're going to need some stuffing for the hearts, some scissors, and then this is optional, but I have a little keychain holder, so you don't need this, but if you have some at your disposal, these would be great for them as well. Alright, so we are going to get started with the hearts, the very bottom of the keychain. This is what it's going to look like. So we are going to begin by, you can start this off 2 different ways. You can do a chain 2 and work 6 single crochets into the second chain from the hook, or you can do a magic ring and do 6 single crochets inside and then tighten it up. So if you're not comfortable with magic ring, you can do the chain 2, 6 single crochet and go from there, or if you're comfortable with magic ring, you can do it the magic ring way. I'm going to do it with the magic ring just because it's the method that I prefer. Alright, so chain 1, and for the first round, you're going to do 6 single crochets, whether it be inside the second chain from the hook or into your magic ring. Okay, once you're done with that, you are going to join. And then for round 2, we're going to chain 1 and do 2 single crochets in each single crochet going around, and you should have 12 single crochet at the end of the row. And this is what your second round should be looking like. And then the third round is just chain 1 and 1 single crochet going around. You will have 12 single crochet at the end of the row. Once you're done with the 12 single crochets, you're going to join at the first single crochet, and then you're going to be making 2 of these. So this is the first one. You don't need to leave a long tail or anything. Just go ahead and fasten off. And you're going to be making a second one of these, same pattern, 6 single crochet, increase, and then just 1 single crochet going around. But for the second one, do not fasten off. Just leave it where it is. Go ahead and do the slip stitch into the first stitch, and then I'll join you guys back when you're done with the second one. Remember, do not fasten off. Once you're done, you want to chain 1. And we're going to join into the second piece that we did fasten off. So I always like to go into the stitch next to where I did my last slip stitch. I'm going to go in through there. And I'm going to do 12 single crochet all around this piece. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, oops. Once you're done with all 12, you are going to connect to the second piece. And again, I just like to look for this first single crochet right here. Join, and then complete 12 single crochet in the second circle. You guys will see this little hole right here, but we'll be able to fix that once we're done with the heart. So don't worry about that. That's 1, 2, 3. Once you've completed 12 on this side, you're going to join into that first single crochet in the other piece. So right there. Now these 2 pieces are together. Then for round 5, we're just going to do 1 single crochet, and each single crochet going around will have 24 in total. Once you're done with the 24 single crochet, you're going to slip stitch back into the first stitch, and now we will begin decreasing down to create this little curve. So as always, chain 1, and we're going to be doing 2 single crochet and 1 decrease all the way around, and we're going to end up with 18 stitches. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and decrease. Okay, once you're done with round 6, this is what it should be looking like. And again, you should have 18 stitches at the end of this. So now for round 7, we are going to do something similar. We're going to chain 1, do 1 single crochet, and then 1 decrease, and then 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. So we're just going to alternate between those 2 stitches, and you should have 12 single crochet at the end. Once you're all done with that, you're just going to do 1 single crochet going around, and so it'll be 12 single crochets for round 8. So just chain 1 and single crochet around. Alright, you can see the heart shape is taking form, and right now after round 8 I would suggest trying to stuff it a little bit. I did go pretty heavy with the stuffing, probably not this much, but we are going to continue with round 9, which is going to be a repeat of round 6, kind of. So we're going to do chain 1, 2 single crochet, and 1 decrease. But this time we're only going to do that 3 times, and we're going to end up with 9 single crochet total. So chain 1. We're going to do 2 single crochet and 1 decrease. I went ahead and I added some more stuffing, but now for the final round, you are going to do chain 1, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, and repeat. And that should leave you with 6 single crochets. Alright, and once you finish that 6 single crochet, or I guess the final decrease, you're going to join with a slip stitch, and you want to leave a pretty long tail. Well, not too long. Maybe around there is good. And you're going to pull the yarn through. Now with this needle, we're going to close up this little part right here and this hole as well. Okay, I like to close it up by going into the first one, into the first stitch, and coming over to the second, and just pulling. And that should close up the stitches pretty well. Once everything is closed up, I put my needle through the stitch next to it, and I push it through, maybe like to this stitch right here, just so that I'm near the hole. And then you don't want to pull it too hard, because then it'll create like a little dimple effect right here, and we don't want that. And it's a little hard to explain what I'm doing, so I'm trying to show it as detailed as possible. There we go. The hole is closed and our heart is complete. Now I'm just going to put the hook through and down, just to kind of, how would I say that? Just to secure it a little bit more. And we're going to cut off the yarn. And now we have our 2 hearts for the bottom of our keychain. Next, we're going to need our green yarn, and we are going to start off with a chain of 16. So create a slip knot, and we're going to go ahead and chain 16. So 3, going to do a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So 1 single crochet. In the next chain, we're going to do 1 half double crochet. And then we're going to complete 3 double crochet. After that, we're going to do 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet. And then we're going to do a slip stitch. Alright, and then into the next stitches, we're going to repeat this. So 1 single crochet, then we're going to do 1 half double crochet, and then 3 double crochet, then we're going to do 1 half double and 1 single. Okay, so this is the top half of our leaf. Now we're going to turn our work upside down and we're going to work into these stitches. So into the same stitch where you did your single crochet, you are going to do another single crochet. And then into the next space right here, you'll do 1 half double crochet, next space, double, and you're going to repeat it. So we're going to do 3 double crochet. This is my second one. And then my third. And then we're going to do a half double crochet, single crochet, a slip stitch, and repeat. So 1 half double crochet, or sorry, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 3 double crochet, one half double crochet, and then 1 single crochet in this last stitch right here. After you're done with that, you are going to slip stitch into the first single crochet we did, and this is the leaf. Go ahead and weave in your loose ends, and then we're going to work on the chain, and it is pretty much done. It is a quick, easy pattern. We're going to attach to the middle of one of the hearts, and then we're going to do a chain, and that chain is going to be like where we put the leaf. And you can do as many chains as you want. I usually do 40. If you're going to be attaching this to like a purse, I would recommend, if you're attaching it to a purse without like a little chain like this, I would recommend you probably do 50, or go ahead and like measure it on So I'm going to be doing 40. Let's go ahead and attach. I try to go as much into the middle as I can. Slip the knot onto my hook, and then you go ahead and do 40 chains or however many you feel you need for your keychain. Okay, I finished all 40 chains. You're gonna want to make sure this isn't all twisted. For the most part, we are good. And then you're gonna take your other heart and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna find the most middle stitch, and then you're just gonna create a slip stitch. Okay, go ahead and cut your yarn, pull through, and now we're gonna hide these little ends. I like to just again go into the stitch next to it. Like that. Pull through. We are going to attach the leaf now. And where you did your slip stitch, it'll be right in the middle. I usually try to grab a hook a little bit bigger than this one for this part. Here, I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use a 5.0. You can use any hook size bigger than this one, or you can even use this one. It's just a little bit more difficult. You're gonna insert the hook into those two middle slip stitches. There's one, and directly above it is the second one. Oops. Yeah, like that. And then I like to pull these down and pull it a little bit just to create space. And then we're gonna grab onto this as if it was just like regular yarn and pull through. There we go. And that is basically it for the keychain. I'm gonna show you guys a little detailing you can do with the white yarn right now. But that is it. Very simple. If you're gonna add the chain or the little keychain to the keychain, you can just slip it on the chains and you are good to go. However, I like to add a little detailing to one of the hearts. You can do both hearts, both sides, whatever you want to do. And then at the edge, I like to create like a little highlight, I guess, is my intention. So I go through the back and forward, and I just create a little line. It's that. I don't know, I feel like it looks pretty nice in my opinion. But that is optional, so let me go ahead and finish that. Thank you for watching. If you don't want to make them, I do have some on sale on my Etsy, and I will also be at Seoul Real Market on March 23rd, and I'll have a bunch of these for sale as well, in case you're interested. I don't know, but yeah, that is all. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments, or you can always DM me on Instagram as well. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.